I gotta say, this deep dive, it's gonna be interesting. We've got, let's see, a novel excerpt, personal reflections, even a list someone sent in comparing dogs to resentful
Sounds
humans.
like a pretty diverse mix.
It is, and it all seems to be about this question. What can we learn from dogs about ourselves? Like, what do they see that we miss?
It's a fascinating question. I mean, we usually think we're the teachers, right?
Yeah.
But these sources seem to suggest dogs have a lot of wisdom to offer.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, let's start with this novel excerpt. There's this older dog, kind of like a mentor, teaching a puppy about finding its purpose in the world. It's almost like a master class on how to be a good dog.
And maybe by extension, a good being, period.
Right. And what's interesting is how the novel contrasts these two dogs. Tomas, he's a simple carpenter's dog, always covered in sawdust. And then there's Mateo, this pampered schnauzer. Tomas is perfectly content with his life, but Mateo, he's got all these fancy toys and stuff.
But they're still great friends, despite their differences.
Exactly. And it seems like the novel is saying true joy comes from, connection and having a purpose, not from material things. Tomas finds fulfillment in his work and his relationships, which makes you wonder, are we humans sometimes chasing after the wrong things? Like, what are we really looking for?
It makes you think about values, that's for sure. Are
Yeah.
we too focused on appearances, on the superficial stuff, instead of the simple joys? Just being present, connecting with others, doing good work.
It reminds me of that quote, is it Thoreau? Simplify, simplify. Maybe dogs are onto something with their straightforward approach.
Could be. They seem to understand intuitively what really matters.
No, not all the sources are so lighthearted, though. There's this reflection called Thor that really got to me. It's about, well, the grief of losing a dog, and it's just so raw and honest.
Yeah, that one's powerful. It really gets at the bittersweet nature of loving a dog, you know? You experience such incredible joy, but you know it's always going to be intertwined with loss eventually.
There's this line about a valve of pain. Even years later, those memories, that grief can just come flooding back. It's like dogs. They leave these paw prints on our hearts even after they're gone.
It speaks to how deep that bond really is, I think. They become part of our family, our support system. And yeah, when they're gone, that grief is a testament to the love and joy they brought us.
And I think even if someone hasn't experienced pet loss specifically, it makes you think about how we deal with grief and loss in general, right?
Mm.
How do we handle those intense emotions, find a way to carry those we've loved in our hearts?
It's a universal human experience, and maybe dogs, in their own way, can teach us something about resilience and the enduring power of love.
For sure.